We're going to start off lying down on the ground. So if you have a bolster, bring it along your mat, and maybe a little cushion as well for your head or a folded blanket. Now, if you don't, you can use a couple of pillows or nothing at all, just lie on the ground. So if you're using the bolster, bring it up nice and close to you so it'll be right in under your waist when you lie down. And we're just going to cross our legs, simple cross leg. Now, you could use more cushions under the legs if you like, or don't bother, because there's going to be a bit of a hip opener. So bringing any support you have in under your back, right in under your waist, lie back. Doesn't matter which leg you have in front. We're in simple cross leg. It's not Baddha konasana. It's not the feet together. It's the shins crossed. Support your head so that your neck is relaxed. The throat is nice and soft, and just drop the arms to the ground. So I know it's kind of an awkward feeling in the hips, this hip opener, but that's why we're here. Okay, so relax into it, and we're going to bring our focus to our breath. Feel your body drop back into whatever is supporting you. Feel your breath come and go. So notice where you can feel the breath. Maybe it's in and out of the nose, or maybe it's somewhere in the body expanding and contracting. Start to feel it slow down a little. And as you exhale, can you let your body relax and be held? Now, staying in the same position, just cross your legs the other way. Bring the other one in front. Flex the feet. And try to, again, relax, drop into the support. Let the hips relax. Go to your breath. Can you feel the breath beginning to slow down? So we take control of the breath here. Breathe out for a little bit longer. Empty any tension in the shoulders, arms, or hands. One more breath. At the very end of the breath, we'll bring our legs to Baddha konasana. So bring now your feet together, feet together and your knees apart. It's a deeper hip opener. Let the knees drop down towards the earth. Feel that lovely release through the hip joints. And again, return to the breath. Can you breathe deeply now into the belly? Feel the expansion through the ribs and chest, gently filling the lungs. And with that long exhalation, scan the whole body, feeling the body give into this shape. Notice anything you're holding up off the earth. And with one more breath, can you bring the awareness there and encourage it to soften? The end of the breath, lift the knees, stretch the legs straight out ahead of you. And as you breathe in now, reach the arms over your head, reaching long to the fingers and toes. And then as you breathe out, lift the hands, lift the head, roll your way up to sitting. Take a breath in when you get here. And then bow forwards gently. Feel free to bend your knees or just inch forwards, just even an inch off vertical. Then breathe in, sit up tall, arms out ahead of you. We're going to roll on back down again. Now, as we do, we're back onto the bolster or the ground, drop the hands right down to your thighs. Then turn your palms to face up and inhale, open the arms wide around you, over your head. Exhale, bring the hands up, bring the head up, roll up again. So if you've got the bolster, it makes it that little bit easier, that rolling up, breathe in, and then breathe out. Bow forwards. If you don't have the bolster, this will work perfectly anyway. Breathe in and sit up tall, arms out ahead of you. Now, as we roll on down, drop the hands down towards your thighs. When you're all the way down, turn the palms to face up. Breathe in, circling the arms wide around you, over your head, big stretch. And then breathe out and up we come. You can keep your arms as high as you like on that inhale. Perhaps here as we inhale, we reach to the sky and then forwards. Exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out, roll on down, hands to the thighs. And then we open the arms. I always think of this like the snow angel. Will we get any this year? I don't know. Reach. And then lift the hands, lift the head. Slowly feeling that connection through the core. Reach up tall, breathe in. Bow forwards, breathe out. One last time. So moving now at your own pace. Letting the breath guide you. Take that breath in when you're sitting tall. And then when we come into our forward bend, we're going to stay here. Feel free to bring the bolster or cushions in under your knees or just simply bend your legs a little. Now go to your breath. A long breath in, feel it in the back of the body. And as you breathe out, drop your head. Chin into your throat. Feel that lovely lengthening all the way down the spine. Rising on your inhale back to sitting. And then we're going to come on over to our hands and knees. Now, if you have a bolster, bring it around in front of you. We'll do a supported child's pose. So if you're feeling like you have a little bit more energy than this, you can always forget the bolster and make it a real active child's pose, arms straight out ahead of you. Otherwise, bring the bolster in between your knees, sit back on your heels, and then fold your body down onto that support, arms either side, turn your head to one side. So if you don't have a bolster, just simple, straightforward child's pose, head to the earth. Take a breath. And as you breathe out, feel your body drop towards the earth. And lift and turn the head the other way on the bolster. If you're in straightforward child's pose, keep the forehead on the earth. And one more breath just here. Next, inhale, come up slowly. We're just going to move any props, any bolster, that off to the side for the moment. And then come on forward. So you can come through plank or you can just crawl on forwards and down onto the belly. Prop yourself on your forearms for upward puppy. Lifting through the ribs, through the heart, into the head. Extend back through the legs. Take a breath here. Softening through the lower back, let the hips be heavy. Now bend your right leg, reach back with your right hand and hold your foot. So you can just keep that left arm exactly as it is. Hold your foot, and if you're able to, draw the heel in towards your hip, like really pressing down on the front of that foot to give the quad a good wake up here. Okay, so we lift up through the heart, through the head as we did in upward puppy. And as we exhale, just draw that foot in as close as your body will let you. Then release it and take it to the other side. Right arm in upward puppy position, left leg bends. Now, if you're not crazy about that deep bend in your knee, so if that works for you, your heel towards your hip, go for it. If that is too much of a bend in the knee, you can also do that just pushing the foot into the hand if that's better. Okay, good. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, go deeper, drawing the heel down closer to the hip if you can. Now release it. And we're going to bend both legs, reach back with both hands. So you can either float in this modified bow or hold your ankles or feet. Now stay low on the belly. Breathe in, push the feet back into the hands. We're not heading for a maximum bow here or anything like that. Breathe out. And then with the next inhale, let's give it a little bit more. Just push the feet back a little bit. And then release, come down, head to the earth, hands in prayer ahead of you, pranam. So if you don't have a bolster, stay here in pranam for a moment. If you do, push yourself up. We're going to grab that bolster. We're going to bring it in across the mat, under the belly. We're going to do bow again, but with the support of the bolster. So you position that so it's on your belly's on it. Okay. Now let's see. From here, we're all going to do bow again, either with or without the bolster. Bend your legs, reach back and hold your feet. Push the feet into the hands and feel the support of the bolster lifting the upper body if you have it here. Good. Breathe. Lovely, everyone. Let's take one more breath. And then release it out. Hands to the earth. We're going to push ourselves back into downward dog or back to child's pose. Now you choose this morning, okay? So I'm using my bolster, I've got my hands on it, just stretching the hands out onto it in an extended child's pose. Take another breath where you are. And then let's come onto our feet, Uttanasana. If you've got that bolster or a couple of blocks, we're going to use them now for our hands. As we come onto the feet, bring your hands to whatever prop you have. Breathe in and look ahead of you. And as you breathe out, just bow on down. I know you probably don't need a prop right now, but you will in a sec. So let your hands be on that. Stay here, drop the head, relax the shoulders, lift the sit bones. Find that breath. Let's take one more breath just here, really dangling the top half of the body down over the legs. Relax your neck. Now we're going to breathe in with the hands on our props. Lift the heart, lift the head. This Ardha Uttanasana. Now bend your right knee, straightening the left leg as much as you can. We're going to lift the left hand to the sky, a little twist. So the right hand on a block or the bolster, left hand to the sky, right knee is bent, but really pull back through the left sit bone, keeping the left side body long. Lovely, everyone. There you go. Take another breath. With the exhalation, go a little deeper, twisting through the top half. And then bring the hand down. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Pull the right hip back as you lift that right arm to the sky. Find your breath. Nice deep bend in the left knee. Long exhale. And bring the hand on back down. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. We can straighten both legs if we can. Lift the heart, lift the head, heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Come towards a squat. Dropping the hips, hands now can come off the props into prayer, elbows inside your knees. Breathe here. Stay as high as you like with those hips. Keep the feet flat on the earth. Lean in. Yeah. Breathe. Circulating that breath into the hips. Letting the pelvis get heavier. One more breath. Now bring the hands back down to the earth, bring the hips to the sky. Shift any props off the mat out of your way. Lift halfway. So either fingertips on the floor or hands on your shins, look ahead and walk on out into downward dog. Breathe here. Lifting up into the lower belly, hips drawing up and back. And feel the strength of the legs. As you drop the heels towards the earth, you feel the ground beneath your hands. Now, either coming forwards to plank or simply dropping to your knees, we're going to head towards the earth again, right down onto the belly. And then rise in whatever back bend calls you now. Take a breath or two into it. And then draw it on back again to downward dog or child's pose. Breathe here. Now drop on down to your knees. And if you have a bolster, bring it behind you again. We might or might not use it. And you will need, I would say, a block or two, a cushion perhaps, for a little bit of propping here. So we're going to do Ardha virasana. I'm going to use a cork block to sit my hips on. I'm going to bend the left leg in virasana, and I'm going to bring the right foot out in front. So the knee is bent up like that. Got this bolster behind me because I might lie back on it. I'll see. Roll the left calf out of your way. So I'm finding the cork block a little bit too high. I'm going to bring in my lower foam one instead. Maybe a cushion might work for you. So we're all very different here. And I know not every knee likes this position. If this is not for your knee, you are going to do Baddha konasana instead. You're going to do this, and you're going to lie back on the ground. If you're okay with this deep bend in the knee, left leg is bent, right foot out ahead, bolster ready behind. We're going to ease on back, lie back. So don't worry about getting down to the ground. Bring your hands behind you, tuck your tailbone under, and just ease back. So I've got the waist on the bolster. I might not go any further. Maybe you're just on your hands or forearms. Keep going. Breathe into that leg. Big stretch going on there. Your toes pointing straight back towards you. Keep going, keep breathing. If it feels okay to lie back, go for it. Might even straighten out the right leg. How would that feel? Take another breath here. I'm extending my arms overhead because it feels good. Long exhale wherever you are. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up to that seated position. So if you're in Baddha konasana, you can come and sit up. And then we're going to go forwards, over, straightening out your right leg now. Ease over it. Now, if you were in Baddha konasana, you might like to stretch the legs straight out in front of you here for a moment and bow forwards, a little counter pose. If that left knee has had enough, it's okay to straighten out that leg. One more breath. Now breathe in, come on up. And straighten out the bent leg. Obviously, we're doing that on the other side. Bend the right leg back. Roll the calf out of the way so the heel is outside your right hip. So I'm going to bend my left leg again, foot on the floor, because I find it helps with the easing back. It levels the hips. Sit up on a block or two. Tuck the tailbone under. Again, if this is not for you, these deep knee bends, Baddha konasana again, feet together, and lie back again. How does it feel on this side? Breathe and be in your own body. Forget about what it looks like or how far you can go. Feel. If it feels good to straighten the left leg, straighten it. If it feels good to reach the arms overhead, go for it. I think for a lot of people, it's going to be better to keep the hands on the earth, keep the knee bent, and just ease back a little bit. Take one more breath wherever you are. Very good. And then come on up. Breathe in. Straighten out the left leg if it's bent. Find your sit bones and then ease on forwards over that leg. So if you were doing the alternative with the feet together, you could keep the knees bent this time and bow forwards with the feet together, knees apart. That's just if you weren't doing the virasana one. And stay with it here now. One more breath. And come on up as you're ready on an inhale. Good. Come off any blocks you were sitting on. Straighten out the two legs ahead of you. And then let's all do this Baddha konasana position, the feet together, the knees apart. Now you can have them really close to you or a good big gap, which is more gentle. Tip forwards now, holding your feet or ankles if you can. And just ease your body off the vertical, a little bit towards a forward bend. Good. Now drop those shoulders, soften the elbows. Lovely. Go inside. Breathe. Where are you feeling the sensations? That's where you send your breath. Taking one more breath just where you are. And come on up as you're ready. Inhale. Lift the knees up. And then swing the feet to the outside of your left hip. Curl the right foot, front of the right foot into the arch of the left foot. Now you might take a block again and just pop it under your right hip. Don't have to, but it'll help you to stay more vertical. Spin to the right, reaching the right arm around behind your back. Soften the left elbow and grab a hold of it, the inside of it. Okay, so I'll just show you from the back. Okay. So the other alternative, if you feel up for a deeper stretch, is to take that right leg into half lotus instead. Your foot into the crease of your hip and spin around, catch hold of your right big toe with your right hand. It's a good bit further to go, but if it feels good, go for it. Now everybody let the head have a little roll here, chin towards the chest and rolling over towards the left shoulder and back. Now really at your own pace. Close your eyes and explore the feeling in the neck. You might find a place along that path where it just feels so good to stay and breathe. Take one more breath. Again, if this is a little hard on your knees, widen the feet a little bit further away from your body. Oh, now unwind back to the center. Stretch the legs straight out in front of you. Come off the block you might be sitting on. Now swing the legs to the right side of you. It's bending the knees. Cradle the front of the left foot into the arch of the right, and then again grab that block or cushion and stick it in under your left hip. So see the way that'll make you more vertical. Then left arm behind your back, right arm bends, and you catch hold of your elbow. And you spin to the left. So for those of you where this feels like too much of a bend for your knees, the alternative is just to kind of widen out the legs, make them more like mermaid. So you don't have as deep a bend. For others, I'm going to go a little further. The left leg comes up into half lotus. And if that's a little bit much for the knee, prop underneath it. So be aware that it might be different on the two sides. Begin to roll the head. Breathe, soften your face. Explore anything you might be holding in your neck. And then release it back to the center. Stretch the legs on out ahead of you. Come off any props. Now, bend your left leg in like Janushirsasana, your knee out to the side. Prop underneath that knee if you need it. And the other leg out on the diagonal line. So it's like a V shape between the legs. Lean on over a little bit to the right. And you can just let your left hand rest on your left leg. So tip on over. And in fact, since we've been using that bolster so much, if you still have it, bring it in there on your leg. You can kind of lean on over it. How does that feel? Is this prop for the arm? Now here, again, explore. You can leave your left hand on your leg or you can lift it up. Even taking the hand a little bit towards the sky. How does that feel? Maybe over a little more. If you're dropping your head right over towards your right shoulder, do that consciously, not because it happened by accident. Otherwise, lift it. Hand behind your head, maybe. Another deep breath. And then release it on out. Back to the middle. Keep the legs as they are for a moment. And just give yourself a little twist to the left. Right hand inside the right leg. Twist the upper body. Look over the left shoulder. And come on back to the center. Draw the right leg in. Left leg out. Just switching sides. Again, if you want a little prop under the right knee, that could feel good, really stabilizing. We don't want it to be limiting either. So we tip to the left, right hand on the leg. I'm going to use my bolster again and putting it along the length of the leg. And then reaching the arm out over it. If it helps, go for it. You can even rest your head into your hand then like that. Feels good. Well done. That's it. Now again, explore. Taking the right hand off the bent leg and up towards the sky. Tune into the subtleties. What's happening in the side body as you bring that arm over a little more. Breathing here, perhaps bending the arm, hand behind the head. That's the deepest of all, I think. One last breath. And then up we come, breathe in. Shift the bolster out of your way and we're going to twist a little bit the other direction, right hand or left hand inside the left leg, just really opening through the upper body, twisting, turning the head around over the right shoulder. One breath here. Back to the middle. Go ahead, draw the legs in, cross the ankles, wrap your arms around the legs, drop your head in. So take another breath just here and really let the head fold on in. And breathe in and come up. I gather whatever you need for Savasana, your socks, your jumpers, all of that. And then you could either do Savasana resting back over your bolster with a couple of cushions under your knees, or as we've been doing lots of times before, propping under your knees. So I'm going to show you the version now with the bolster. I'm going to need a few cushions, one for under the head and a couple for under the legs. If you're doing this one with the bolster, bring it right up against your back. You can actually do that as well with folded blankets or towels too, just long down along the body. Lie back over it so it supports your waist. Now I have these couple of cushions under my knees, but it feels too flat. So I'm going to put my yoga blocks under those, which is always a lovely way to kind of create that bolster feeling. If you don't have a bolster, stack a couple of firm things under the cushions. I'd go even a little bit more height under the knees if I had more to put in there, another cushion maybe. Okay, so take your time, prop yourself the way that feels good for you right now. Perhaps you prefer to be flat on the ground with just the knees elevated. Blanket over you, get cozy. As you feel your body relax down into the ground, let go of any holding. Can you feel yourself supported? Drop into that. Bring your awareness down into the body, settling around the heart center. Just feel the breath gently move you, letting go of any control of it. The heart center is the energy center in the body where we feel love and compassion. Not just for others, but also for ourselves. It begins with how we feel towards ourselves. As we settle here in Savasana, and it being Valentine's Day, we will do this meditation called loving kindness, Metta meditation. And we begin with ourselves. And we say, just in the mind, repeat to yourself, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be gentle. May I be kind. And now picture somebody that you love. Picture that person. And as if you were saying it directly to the person in your mind, repeat to them, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be gentle. May you be kind. Now picture a friend. And say to that friend in your mind, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be gentle. May you be kind. Picture somebody now you feel neutral towards, not quite a friend, maybe somebody whose face you know. Picture that person who comes to mind and say to them, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be gentle. May you be kind. Now picture somebody you have a hard time with. Maybe there's a bit of conflict there, or maybe you just rub up against each other. Maybe it's a stronger feeling than that. Who comes to mind? And say to this person, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be gentle. May you be kind. Now picture people in your world, people you see on a daily basis, a regular basis, people you work with, people you pass by, your world of people. Picture the faces and say to these people, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be gentle. May you be kind. Now go beyond your world, wider. The circles of people you may never meet. So many people that share the planet with us. All these people. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be gentle. May all beings be kind. Now come back to yourself. Be with your own heart space. May you be loving. May you feel loved. Take a deeper breath in. Long breath out, perhaps extending your legs, giving them a little stretch. So as you're ready, if you're not lying over a bolster, bend your knees and roll yourself to your side. If you're resting over a bolster, it's sometimes easier to just push yourself up from there directly to sitting. Let's find our seat. Hands facing away from you a little bit, the palms facing up. Close the eyes, take a breath in. Breathe out, bring your hands together in prayer in front of the heart. Bow your head. Let someone come to mind that you feel grateful for today. Let's take a big breath in, open the arms wide, reach up overhead. Bring it together down to the eyebrow center, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.